Phone check, 1, 2. All right, we're going live. Welcome to today's broadcast of Wildcat Softball. The Wildcats are taking on the Ogden Tigers. A little late, but let's go through the starting lineups real quick. Ogden will be batting Thompson, their pitcher, first. Anderson, the right fielder, second. Delcon, the shortstop, third. Martinez, the second baseman, will batting cleanup. Sugimoto will be the designated player, batting fifth. Robles playing left field, batting sixth. Arnie, the catcher, batting seventh. Ronkels, the center fielder, batting eighth. Macarelli, the third baseman, batting ninth. And Powell will be in the field playing first base. For the Wildcats, we'll have Mariah Bowen leading off at second base. Then Brinley Stapleton as our catcher. Brooklyn Peacock is the shortstop, batting third. Cleanup spot will be Emma Broadbent, first base. Center fielder Malia Olson will be batting fifth. Adri Fitzgerald, the third baseman, batting sixth. Aaliyah Aist, batting seventh in right field. Toshlin Louder pitching, batting eighth. Macy Miles, the designated player, batting ninth. And in left field, we have Javian Clegg. Up first will be Thompson as she steps to the plate to face Louder. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Wildcats coming off 4 straight wins. Grantsville, Wasatch, Ben Lomond, Altamont. Then they went on a little spring break, so it's been a while since they played a game. Second pitch is low in the dirt for ball 1. Wildcats have an overall record of 7-5, 2-1 in region. And the Ogden Tigers have an overall record of 3-5, 1-2 in region. If you were able to see the video before our audio came up, the Wildcats were accompanied by their 10 and 12U softball players. It was a pretty cool thing to see those young girls get to take the field with the high school team. We got a count of 2-2 right now. I'll go through those younger players in a moment. We were saying it before, but the audio wasn't working. There's a swing and a foul ball. Count stays at 2-2 to Thompson. That's a strike 3 right down the middle for the first out of the game. Up next will be Anderson, the right fielder. As we announced the starting lineups earlier, the younger Wildcat team, we had Addie Miles at second base, Paisley Smith, the catcher, Ava Ace, the shortstop, Quinn Smith, the first baseman, Aniston Pierce, the third baseman, Grace Leifson, the right fielder, and Jaylee Louder, the pitcher, followed by Ashlyn Canapis in left field. Pretty cool to see those young girls out there on this beautiful Wildcat field on this beautiful day, 50 degrees and sunny, as Anderson takes strike 1. Just a little inside. Good turnout as usual for a Wildcat softball game. They do pack a good crowd. That ball's just a little high. 2-1 count to Anderson. Three and 1. Ball in the dirt. Louder dug herself into a little hole here. She's going to have to throw something over the plate. Anderson waits for it, and that's going to be called for an inside strike 2. The count is now full. And Louder gets a little help as Anderson swings at that high pitch and fouls it off, staying alive. There's the payoff pitch. It's going to be a little blooper to the second baseman. Bowen comes charging in, makes the play over to Broadbent at first base for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Delcon, the shortstop.
Now batting number 12, Delcon.
Ball one. There's a good pitch from Louder as Delcon fouls that one off, out of play. Count moves to 1-1. Waiting on deck is Martinez, the second baseman. Ooh, that one's going to hit right off the left leg of Delcon. She'll take first base. Hit by pitch. Didn't phase her at all. And that'll bring up Martinez, the cleanup hitter, and second baseman. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that's a nice inside pitch. Martinez thought about swinging, but held back, called for strike one. There's a ground ball right to Peacock. Peacock charges in, throws over to first base, and Broadbent catches that cleanly. Records the third out of the inning. That'll get the Wildcats up next. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off for the Wildcats, number 3, second baseman, Mariah Bowen.
As you heard, up first will be Bowen. Bowen is batting .532 on the season. 47 at bats, 23 runs, 25 hits, 6 RBIs, and 11 doubles. That's a pretty sweet stat line there for the second baseman. As the first pitch from Thompson is down low in the dirt, ball one. Nothing like having a plus 500 hitter to lead off in your lineup. There's a big swing, nice hard line drive. Gets past the right fielder as Bowen turns. She's going to be a play at second base, and she gets in there safely. Another double for Bowen, as she hit a little two-hopper to the right fielder, Anderson, who had a little trouble fielding that ball cleanly. Probably a single, but that ball is hit hard enough. I'm calling it a double till it goes officially in the stat book. Now up is Brinley Stapleton, the catcher. She takes ball one. Bowen with a pretty big lead there off second base. No one keeping her in check after that pitch is thrown. If she gets another lead like that, we'll look for Bowen to just go. Here's the pitch from Thompson. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Looks Bowen back, throws to first base, gets the out. First baseman Powell throws over to third to try and get Bowen, but she's too quick as she stands there safely on third base. Stapleton doing her job, moving the runner up ahead.
Wildcats, shortstop number 4, Brooklyn Peacock.
Up now is the shortstop, Brooklyn Peacock. Peacock batting .400 on the season. 17 RBIs. As she takes ball 1. She's got 22 runs to go along with those 17 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 3 home runs as she leads the Cats in that category. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Bowen waiting patiently on third base, hoping Brooklyn Peacock can hit her in. That ball is up high for ball 2. Thompson and the Tigers trying to hold that leadoff hitter, keep the Wildcats scoreless here with 1 out. Peacock pops it up right to the third baseman. It's going to be a quick, easy out as Macarelli makes the play. Bowen still standing there on third base.
Now batting number 10.
That'll bring up number 10, Emma Broadbent, to the plate. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just inside that strike zone, called strike 1. Thompson delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Might have been a foul ball, actually. So Thompson quickly ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. On the cleanup hitter, Emma Broadbent. Throws one down in the dirt for ball 1. Emma's got to be aggressive up there with 2 strikes on her. That one's down low, ball 2. Broadbent hits one sharply to the second baseman, fields it cleanly, tosses that over to Powell for the third out. Wildcats leave one stranded, 0-0 as we move into the second inning. Leading off the second inning for the Tigers is Sugimoto, the designated player. Sugimoto is a junior, batting .429 on the season.
Sugimoto.
As Louder gets her sign. That ball's thrown in there for called strike one. Down low, ball one. One ball and one strike to Sugimoto. Louder throws that one just a bit inside. Sugimoto has to brush back off the plate. Takes ball two. Oh, Louder gets some help as Sugimoto swings at one above her head. Swing and a miss, strike two. That one's in the same spot. She lays off that one. Moves it to a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on. It's a fly ball. Looks like it's foul territory. Running back is Fitzgerald and over is Peacock, but I don't think they're able to make the play. Good hustle by those girls. Count stays full. Ooh, that ball called strike three. Just hits the inside corner. Sugimoto knew it. Was hoping for the best, though. That'll bring up Robles. Robles is batting .444 through 6 games on the season. She's a senior left fielder. Up high for ball one. Swung on, foul ball out of play. One ball, one strike. Louder delivers. Another foul ball, strike two. There's a hard hit ball to shortstop. Peacock fields it on 2 bounces, fires it over to Broadbent to record the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Arnie, the catcher for the Tigers, number 18. Arnie's a sophomore. Doesn't look like she's got a hit yet this season. She's looking for one right now. That ball's in the dirt at her feet. Ball one. High fly ball. It's going to bounce right on our heads. Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. Strike one. Ooh, there's a pitch just inside. Ball two. Two balls, one strike, 2 outs here in the second inning. Now we got 2s all around as Arnie fouls that one off. Inside brings to another full count. She's had a couple of those so far in these first 2 innings. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3 as Louder battles away out of that one. Still scoreless as we move into the bottom of the second inning. All right, it looks like we have Malia Olson, the center fielder, to start off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the second inning. Thompson worked her way out of a jam in the first inning as Bowen was on base with no outs but unable to come across the plate. Ended up stopping on third base as Olson takes ball one. The wind is blowing out here today. It's usually blowing in. Be interesting to see what happens. Very rare win for the Wildcats. Thompson delivers, and speaking of wind, Olson hits a high fly ball deep to center field, over the center fielder's head, to the fence. Olson's going to round second, stand up easily on third base. She might even go one more. Nope, that ball goes in to the wall here behind third baseman, and the pitcher is able to grab it before Olson takes off. But she's standing on third base with a triple.
Third baseman, number 5, Adri Fitzgerald.
That's Olson's second triple of the season. That'll bring up the third baseman, Adri Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is batting .238 with the double. Adri's played in all 12 games for the Wildcats. Standing on deck is Aaliyah Aist, the right fielder. Let's see what the senior Fitzgerald can do. As Thompson delivers, that's going to be called strike one. Swung on, hard ground ball to shortstop, easily going to score Olson as Fitzgerald does her job and scores the first run of the game with an RBI.
Batting next for the Wildcats, right fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Ace.
Aaliyah Ace up to bat. She's batting .400 on the season. She's got 2 doubles and a home run herself. Swing and a miss, strike one. Little inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Thompson. Swung on. High fly ball to the center fielder and right fielder come crashing together. The center fielder, Ronkels, makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting next.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Toshlyn Louder. Louder hits a hard shot right past the pitcher. It's going to be on first base, no problem, as the center fielder fields that. Ronkels throws it back in to Delcon. Nice hard hit there from Toshlyn Louder. That'll bring us to the number 9 hitter, Macy Miles, the designated player. This is Miles' second varsity game. She gets the signs from Coach Bowen. Tells her to hit it hard. See, it's the chords. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miles. Miles, just a sophomore. Here's the pitch, down in the dirt, ball 2. Whatever you did, it sounds a lot better. There's a little chopper. First baseman bobbles a little bit, flips it over. Sorry, pitcher bobbles a little bit, Thompson. But she's able to clean up that play, flips over to the first baseman, Powell, for the 3rd out of the inning. Wildcats leave one stranded, but not before a little damage is done. 1-0 as we move into the 3rd inning. All right, as we start this 3rd inning, the Tigers are going to send their center fielder to the plate, Ronkles, down 1-0 here in Camas.
Number 16, Ronkles.
Ronkles is batting .154 on the season. Takes ball 1. Oh, that's a big swing going in deep left field. Getting underneath the balls, Javian Clegg, though, as she makes the 1st out of the inning. Only had to take about 3 steps. Good pitch from Toshlin Louder.
Batting next, number 13, Macarelli.
That's going to be taken for ball 1. Speaking of pitching from Toshlin Louder, she's got a 4-5 record on the season with a 6.1 ERA. Strike 1. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter, Macarelli, the 3rd baseman. Macarelli swings at that one, strike 2. Macarelli is also yet to grab a hit so far this season. As she takes ball 3, we move to another full count from Louder. I think that's her 4th one. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, high fly ball. As Peacock's going to call off Fitzgerald, gets under that ball. I think she may have bobbled it and dropped it. Very, very unlike Brooklyn Peacock to make that error. Leaves the Tigers with a base runner at first base.
Now batting, number 0, Thompson.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Thompson, as the Tigers get back to the top of their lineup. Score that, and he's 6. There's another pop-up. This one straight to Mariah Bowen. Takes a couple steps, adjusts, just makes that play. And he doubled up the runner, who for some reason took off. Nice double play there. Good awareness from Bowen. That runner just sitting there off the base. And Maccarelli ends up being the third out of the inning. We'll go into the bottom of the third in a moment. See, my power cord just went out and just went back in, so we need a new one. All right, as we lead off here in the bottom of the third, Bowen steps back up to the plate, had a hard line drive base hit right to the right fielder in her first at bat, ended up stranded on third base as she takes ball one. Here's the pitch from Thompson. Outside, ball two. Down low, ball three. So 3-0 count to the power hitter Bowen. Brought her average up to somewhere around 540 with her last at bat. Let's see if she has the swing signal here with the 3-0 count. That's up high for ball four. As the speedy Mariah takes first base with no outs. That'll bring up Brinley Stapleton, the catcher.
Now batting catcher, number 6, Brinley Stapleton.
Brinley, her first at bat, moved Bowen from second base to third base. Did her job, advanced the runner. Now she squares up for a bunt. Bowen steals, slides into second base with plenty of time. As Stapleton took ball one. Brinley is batting .390 on the season, 2 doubles and a home run. Doing a fantastic job behind the plate as one of the strongest Wildcat defenders out in the field. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stapleton. Looking to trade places with Bowen, standing there patiently on second base. Here's the pitch from Thompson. Swung on, line drive, little going to be just over the shortstop. Drop in for a base hit as Bowen gets to third base. Stapleton safely on first with a single. And the Wildcats have 2 base runners aboard with no outs here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Brooklyn Peacock, the shortstop. Looks like we have a speed-up runner. From the way she was running, I think it's aced. The younger aced. That would be Addie. Took me a while, but I remembered. I do have 500 names to remember. As Peacock awaits, she squares up to bunt, pulls back as that's going to be a ball, and Ace steals second base. Now the Wildcats with 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. And their number 3 hitter up to the plate. Swung on, fly ball. We're going to look for Bowen to tag as the center fielder comes charging in. That ball is just too short, not deep enough for Bowen to tag as Peacock flies out to the center fielder for the first out of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Emma Broadbent, our first baseman. Broadbent batting .432 on the season. Swings and misses for strike 1. Emma has 4 doubles and a home run. As she looks to bring in her 2 teammates standing on second and third base. That ball a little outside. She swings at it for strike 2. Looks like there might have been a hit and run on that one. Broadbent in a little hole as Thompson pitching well to the number 4 cleanup hitter. Up high for ball 1. Swung on, hard ground ball, just foul outside the third base side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thompson delivers. Swung on, hard ground ball straight past Thompson's glove to the center fielder. It's going to score 1. Here comes Ace to score 2 runs for the Wildcats. Broadbent, smart running as she saw that ball get thrown in all the way past the second baseman. Takes an extra base, and she's standing on second with 2 RBIs. Wildcats now up 3-0. That'll bring up Malia Olson, the center fielder.
Center fielder, number 7, Malia Olson.
Malia takes ball 1. She got a triple her first at bat. Gives her 2 on the season. As we were talking about that wind blowing out, she popped one up right over the center fielder's head who just couldn't get deep enough to make the catch. Squared that one up a little more. It would have been over with this wind. Let's see what she could do here as Thompson delivers down in the dirt. Ball. Broadbent trots over to third base on the wild pitch. And Wildcats have another runner in scoring position. They had a runner in scoring position, just in a better position now. Thompson delivers. It's going to be down in the dirt again. Ball 4 to Olson. Didn't want to give her anything good to hit with her hitting a triple in her first at bat. That'll bring up third baseman Adri Fitzgerald. As we have a little meeting at the mound, we'll take a break. As the Tigers coach goes out, meets with his team, talk about the situation and calm Thompson down a little bit. as Fitzgerald awaits her first pitch here in the third inning with runners on the corners. She squares to bunt, pulls back as that's inside. Catcher doesn't throw down to second base as Olsen easily walks in. Now the Wildcats have 2 runners in scoring position. Fitzgerald looking to get a couple RBIs. That's going to be called strike 1. Adri thought about that, but just couldn't pull the trigger. It was a little inside for her likings. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 3-0 here in the third inning. That's a little inside, ball 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the right side. It looks like she's going to beat out the play. Scores the run. Great job. Nice little infield hit from Fitzgerald to grab an RBI. Runners at the corners again.
Now batting number 2, right fielder.
Now will be Aaliyah Ace, the right fielder. As Fitzgerald gets an RBI. Add to her count. And she's going to steal second base. No play there. As Olsen standing on third, just too fast to take a risk and throw that down to second base. Fitzgerald now has 10 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch to Ace. Swung on, hard line drive. That ball's going deep, deep, deep off the top of the fence. It's 1 run scores. Here comes Fitzgerald, 2 run scores as Aaliyah aced the best hit of the day. That really just hit off the yellow part of the fence, probably a foot away from being a home run. Great swing by the right fielder.
Next up for the Wildcats.
That'll bring up the pitcher, number 12, Toshlyn Louder. Wildcats quickly jump ahead here in the third inning as it's now 6-0 with a great offensive showing. Louder squares up the bunt. Here's the throw down to second base. It's going to be not in time as Ace easily steals second. Louder took ball 1. Here's the pitch. There goes Ace to third base. Catcher throws from her knees as Ace easily slides in there for another stolen base. As Arnie tried to get her out from her knees, tough throw to make, especially with the speedy Ace. Louder, waiting for a pitch, trying to get an RBI. Ball's in the dirt. Ball 3. With 1 out, I'm sure the swing signal is on. Seems like Coach Bowen likes to be aggressive, especially with a runner in scoring position. And she does. Hard line drive right past the shortstop. And that's going to score another run as Toshlyn Louder racks up a hit. $7-0 Wildcats. And that'll bring up the designated player, number 8, Macy Miles. Macy hits a little blooper just over the shortstop. She's got to back up a couple steps and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second
That'll bring up back to the top of the order where we started this inning. Mariah Bowen, the second baseman. Up high, there goes Toshlyn Louder trying to steal second. She doesn't slide, just gets in there. Coach Bowen, I'm sure, is yelling, get down, get down. I can just hear it even though I can't. I know it. But she made it. She's safe. Bowen looking to trade places. Couple hits on the day already for Mariah. And there's a hard hit ball. It's going to be fouled to the left field side. 1 ball, 1 strike. This Wildcat offense is pretty powerful. There are some fine-looking swings down there. Bowen waits on that one, hits a chopper to the second baseman, tries to beat it out, but can't, as the Wildcats strand 1, but not before they put up 6 to add to their 1-0 lead. So it's now 7-0 as we move into the 4th inning. Here to start off the 4th inning, we got Anderson, the right fielder, who grounds it right back to Louder. Bobbles a bit, going to have to make the play fast, and she gets the out as Anderson just didn't run through the bag and slowed down there for the last couple of steps. Helped the Wildcat defense out a bit. That'll bring up Delcon, the shortstop, number 12. Here's the pitch, foul ball, strike 1. Another foul ball, just a little behind Louder. That one's back in the dirt. Strike 2. There's the pitch, up high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Wildcats up 7-0 as Delcon awaits. That's a little high, ball 2. Hard foul ball to the left side. Count remains 2-2. Don't think it's Delcon. I think it's DeLeon. DeLeon hits a ground ball. It's going to end up being a base hit as Peacock struggles to backhand that, but she's lucky to even get a mid on it and stop it. As DeLeon, we apologize for calling her Delcon, has a single.
Now batting number 11, Martinez.
DeLeon was batting .364 on the season. Just added to that a little bit, and that'll bring up Martinez, the second baseman.
You think it is DeLeon?
It is DeLeon. I have the name here. Runner goes. Stapleton throws from her knees. The throw just a little off target. And the runner, De Leon, is safe. I think that pitch was a ball one. There's a high fly ball out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. But the Tigers have a runner in scoring position. Martinez at the plate. Martinez batting 154 on the season. Calls time as she regroups. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just inside. Ball 2. Some groans from the crowd on that one. Must have been close. But the umpire is always right. That was a high fly ball to the second baseman. Bowen easily makes the play for the second out of the inning. Martinez tries to move the runner ahead, but just couldn't square it up. That'll bring up Sugimoto, the designated player.
Now batting number 8, Sugimoto.
That ball's a little high, ball 1. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on, hard line drive. Peacock dives, unable to come up with it. The runner's going to be sent home. No play, but they might get the runner at second. Oh, and they nailed her at second base for the third out of the inning as Broadbent standing in the right spot for the cutoff position, able to cut that ball off, throw back to the second baseman, and make the third out of the inning. But not before the run scores. It'll be 7-1 South Summit on top of Ogden. All right, as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, Wildcats up 7-1. Looks like we have the catcher, number 6, Brinley Stapleton, the junior, up to the plate. First pitch is up high, taken for ball 1. Stapleton is a hard chopper to the third baseman. Maccarelli makes a beautiful backhanded stab at it, fires it over to first base for the first out of the inning.
Shortstop,
That'll bring
Number
up the
4,
shortstop,
Brooklyn Peacock.
Brooklyn Peacock. It's back a little bit.
All I could say is maybe wiggle the wires, but then you're risking making it worse,
Peacock takes ball 1.
Oh, there it is. Great.
Here's the pitch from Thompson, up high, ball 2. Peacock has the count she likes. 2-0 count, looking for one pitch in one spot. And that wasn't it, as she takes ball 3 up high. Waiting on deck, the cleanup hitter, Emma Broadbent. Peacock's taken here. She pulls back. For ball 4, she'll be standing on first base, and she's got a lot of speed, so we'll see what happens.
Batting next for the Wildcats, first baseman number 10, Emma Broadbent.
As Emma steps up to the plate, gets her signs from Coach Bowen. Peacock on first. Here's the pitch. Peacock goes. Throw down to second base is not a time. And Peacock with another stolen base. The Wildcats' smart base running, good base running so far in this game. That pitch is a little outside, ball 2. Thompson having trouble finding the plate, the strike zone, here in this 4th inning. As she has 6 straight balls, and that one's a foul ball, strike 1. Broadbent awaits her pitch. Swung on, another foul ball, out of play, strike 2. 2-2 with 1 out, runner on second base. Here in the 4th inning, 7-1 ball game. There's the pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. That'll move the runner ahead. Easy play for Martinez as she flips it over to Powell for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Malia Olsen.
Batting center fielder number 7, Malia Olsen. She's the only one to hit a home run so far still. On this field. Wow.
Olsen with a big swing, strike 1. Still the only Wildcat to hit a home run here on this softball field in 2 years of play. Today's the day we could see another one with this wind blowing the way it is. Another big swing. She wants it. Strike 2. She gets a little coaching from first base coach Chad Reedhead. He's always talking about driving the ball. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Ball 1. Peacock on third, trying to find a way home. Needs a little help from Olsen. Ooh, just outside, ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Olsen hits a grounder right to the first baseman, Powell, who makes the play, tags her out. For the third out of the inning, Wildcats leave one stranded, still up 7-1 as we move into the 5th. All right, here we're about to start the 5th inning. It looks like we have, who did we have up there? Robles, the left fielder. As she grounds one off her own foot, foul territory. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's a little inside, ball 2. There's a hard ground ball right to Adrian Fitzgerald. Fields it cleanly over in the hot corner. Fires it over to first base to Broadbent for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the catcher, Arnie, number 18.
Emma did not have to tag. She just caught the ball with her foot on the base.
Right, because it's a force at first always, right? It's okay. Until they pass it, and then it has to be tagged.
Louder gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Then all you have to do is tag one if the runner's there, because they have to go back and tag. Yeah. So then it would be a force coming back.
Ooh, called strike 2 right over the inside corner.
He likes that inside.
Yes, he does. Toshlin, not a overpowering speed pitcher, but she sure can hit her spots when she needs to. Foul ball, still 0-2 to the catcher, Arnie, looking to record her first hit of the season. And there it goes. She's going to get her first hit of the season as she hits one in between the third baseman and shortstop. Peacock able to stop that from going in the outfield, but that'll count as a base hit. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 16, Ronkels. Sure, we'll have a speed-up runner, it looks like, for our catcher, Arnie.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 16, Ronkels.
Can't see who the runner is as she's got a sweatshirt on. Not used to this beautiful Camas weather in April. For the rest of us who are from here, it's hot. It's t-shirt weather. Ronkels hits a fly ball. Bowen has to step back a bit. She makes the play for the second out of the inning. She catches that one over her left shoulder. That'll bring up number 13, the third baseman, Macarelli.
If we get the third out, it's game over because we lead by 5 in the 5th, right?
It's 8.
Oh.
8.
Here's the pitch, just inside, ball 1.
In this inning, we would have to score.
The speed-up runner took a nice big lead. Stapleton thought about throwing down, but she didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if she does, though. Here's the pitch.
It's 8.
Called, strike 1.
15 after 3, 8 after 5.
Well, because I have to upload the recording, I don't think we're going to stream baby. I'm just
There's called, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first. Top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Up high for ball 2. Louder delivers. Up high, ball 3. Full count to Macarelli, the third baseman.
Just here at the softball game.
Here's the payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. Ball 4 as Stapleton throws that one into the outfield, not realizing it was ball 4. She thought the base runner was still on the base. Neither the second baseman, Bowen, or the shortstop, Peacock, ran over to get that one because they knew it was a walk. No damage, though. Runners on first and second. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with Thompson, the pitcher, stepping up to the plate, trying to help her own cause. And she does, hits a nice line drive, but not to the right spot as Brooklyn Peacock takes 3 steps to her left, snags that ball out of the air for the 3rd out of the inning. 7-1 Wildcats. We'll move into the bottom of the 5th in a moment.
I had it for the chemist.
Sure. Everything's okay?
Yep, you just had it for a second.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will, there's a JV game after this, so that I'll come. I'll try to stop by on the way home. How long are you gonna be there? Okay. All right. Okay. Yep, I'm up in the booth, so that would be.
Are you off?
Nobody else will be here. Okay. All right. Leading off for the Wildcats, third baseman number 5, Adri Fitzgerald.
As Fitzgerald steps up to the plate to start off this bottom of the 5th inning. The Wildcats put up 2 runs. I believe the game would be over. Here's the first pitch from Thompson. Swung on, ground ball to the third baseman. Macarelli makes the throw over to first base. She bobbles it, but picks it up in time as Fitzgerald unable to beat that one out. She just hit it too hard to the third baseman.
Now batting right fielder.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 2,
Aaliyah
Aaliyah Aced. Last time at bat was about a foot away from hitting a line drive home run. Hit that ball real hard. She'd like to do that again. Foul ball, strike 1. Aaliyah awaits her pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. That was a dirty changeup from Thompson. Haven't seen that pitch from her yet. Up ahead in the count, 0-2 as she delivers. Aced grounds one off her own bat, foul ball. Aaliyah hits another line drive hard to the right fielder with a base hit. Aaliyah swinging the bat well. She came into this game with a 400 average. It's just going to be higher after the completion of this game. Up next will be the pitcher, Toshlyn Louder. Toshlyn squares up the bunt, pulls back, called strike 1. Throw goes to second base as Ace easily steals second base. Aaliyah just too quick. If I'm the Tigers, I don't even throw this ball. I just let her take the base. That one's a little inside. Ball 1. Count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Ace holds steady. 2 balls, 1 strike to Louder. That's a little high. Ball 3. Louder looking for 1-1 spot. 3-1 count. There it is. She hits it hard. It's going to be a fair ball. Louder's going to go to second. Ace is coming home. It's going to be a play at second base, not in time, as Louder helps her own cause with an RBI, standing on second base as the winning run of this game. That'll bring up the designated player, number 8, Macy Miles. Macy could walk off this game with a hit. That's going to be a little low for ball 1.
But you're saying the thing changed, so we'll have to redo that.
That's why I had to today.
Oh,
That's why I had to change this.
so we don't have to do it again right now.
Here's the pitch from Thompson. Macy fouls it off.
It'll be this same thing.
Where are you pulling the logos? Did you just go on the website and pull the logo from?
I got it from football.
Yeah.
So I can swing it and do it all.
Well, I want to start doing
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 8-1 ball game. Runner on second. Miles takes ball 2.
that scoreboard or something similar.
Well, yes, there's a whole program. I can show you that.
Oh yeah, I went on the keep the score thing.
Well, this is on a different, this is on Uno. This is,
Thompson gets the pitch from her coach.
there's tons.
Has herself in a little bit of a predicament.
Keep the score.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, deep, deep ball. That one could be enough. It is the Wildcats in walk-off style from the sophomore Macy Miles in her second varsity game of the year. Wins it over the Tigers in a 9-1 ball game. Make that 10-1 with that run. Beautiful swing as she gives a little muscle pump right there. Shows off to the fans. At least I thought that'd be the end of the ball game. I was wrong about the run rule.
It's 8 after 5. That's the ball.
Oh, they're still playing.
Well, they're still playing. What do we know? Obviously not much. That's why I'm up here, not out there. There's a hard hit foul ball from Bowen. Well, it would have been walk-off fashion. It was fun to announce it that way like it was. Apologize for not knowing what I'm talking about.
Maybe the umpires have noticed.
Coaches would have noticed.
Well, Cody's going to let him keep playing if they won't let him.
As Bowen takes a ball. Bowen grounded out to the second baseman in her last at bat. Awaits the pitch from Thompson. Hard line right up the middle. Couple hops to the center fielder. And Bowen with her 3rd hit of the game.
Now batting, catcher, number 6, Brinley Stapleton.
Man, that would have been exciting if that was a walk-off home run. I'll look up the rules for next time. Stapleton squares up the bunt. She does. What a beautiful bunt. No one's covering first base. Oh, no one was over at third base either. Bowen thought about running, but she didn't. We're assuming it's 10 runs after the 5th inning. So now I'm going to say the winning run's on second base
Shortstop, number 4, Brooklyn Peacock.
with Brooklyn Peacock up to bat. Oh, That one hits Peacock right in the head. Luckily, she's wearing a helmet. That loads up the bases. She's shaking it off. It didn't bother her one bit.
Now batting, first baseman number 10, Emma Broadbent.
Tigers coach is going to come talk to his team. We'll take a break. All right, Tigers find themselves in a little predicament here. Bottom of the fifth inning, 10-1 ball game. Emma Broadbent, the cleanup hitter, up to bat with 3 runners on base. Thompson throws ball 1. It's exciting to see Macy Miles hit her first home run here at the Wildcat Ballpark. Second home run of 2 seasons. Malia Olson with the first. Now Macy Miles with the second. It's a 10-run walk-off rule, end the game rule after 5 innings, not 8. So right here we have the winning run standing on third base with 1 out. Wildcat cleanup hitter at bat. With a count in her favor, 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see if Emma finds something she likes. She does. She hits a ground ball. Third baseman charges in, tries to make the play at the plate. It's safe, and the game should be over, but I already said that once. I'll say it again. Game is over as Emma walks off with a little chopper to the third baseman, but the speedy Bowen able to get across before the play is made. Wildcats beat the Tigers 11-1 in 5 innings on this beautiful day here in Camas. We appreciate you all for listening and watching. We'll be back tomorrow with another game against Providence Hall. 3:30, same bat time, same bat channel. This is Jeremiah Fierro, Wildcat TV, signing out. Have a good night.